Now, as part of safety and security preparations ahead of the main BRICS Summit, police conducted random stop and search operations. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana has that story.
This is an operation that happens every week, but what is different about this particular one is that it's focusing on areas like Sandton and Midrand, where BRICS will be hosted, the 15th summit that will be happening on Tuesday. But to tell us more about that, we have General Lieutenant Elias Mawela. Sir, thank you very much for your time. One would wonder, how long is this operation going to happen, particularly in this area?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity given to us. When coming to the safeguarding of the BRICS Summit, we will continue until it comes to the end of the event. But as we all know, that Operation Shanela is an ongoing operation. We're going to continue with it until crime in this country it is stabilized and it is reduced. So on a weekly basis, you know, here in Gauteng, it's a practice that weekend we are all out focusing on our hotspot areas, and then we conduct this kind of operations.
Now, let's speak about the 4 areas that you're particularly focusing on tonight. Why those areas mainly?
Yeah, firstly is to strengthen the security around the BRICS Summit venue. And secondly, we have also seen that there is a spike of the trio crimes in all these areas. That is the carjacking, house robberies and business robberies. So we felt that we can't just leave it. We can continue as it is, and especially now that we know that they will be having this important event in this area.
Now, let's speak about the random searches that you've been doing. What have you discovered in the few cars that you've stopped?
Yeah, here we have done very well thus far in this roadblock. Firstly, let me talk about what the detectives have done. Because prior to this operation, we deploy our detectives to can go and look for known and wanted suspects. But from Thursday until early hours of this morning, they've managed to arrest 1,576 known and wanted suspects. And out of that, 310 were the suspects arrested for GBV-related cases. And we are happy about that. It's Women's Month. We cannot take our eyes off from all the crimes directed to the women of this country. And early hours of this morning, as one of the pre-operation in Ikurulene, 13 people were arrested en route to commit hijacking of a truck which is transporting valuable cargo. And all 13 were arrested. 5 vehicles were recovered, 2 firearms and a jammer were also recovered in that particular space. Then we come here in this roadblock already. When I count the arrests made by all the teams in all the focus areas, we have already 52 undocumented persons. And the good news is that all the people who are passing here in possession of firearms, those firearms are licensed.